एक्चुअली डॉक्टर बनना मेरा चाइल्डहुड ड्रीम नहीं था. इट वॉज लाइक माई फर्स्ट ड्रीम ऑलवेज वॉज टू बिकम एन एयरफोर्स ऑफिसर. इट वॉज माई नानी's dream, Mrs. Netravati, that she wished that someone from a family must become a gynecologist, which is still a dream. It was really tough to actually balance my MBBS studies with the. It is going to be a little harder for the 5 years. Train your brain because it is very important. If you tell your brain that you're going to pass this exam, you will definitely pass it. The pattern of study over there is really different. When I passed the examination, the all 5 years sacrifices which they had made, the hard work they had done to bring me up till here, everything paid off. Because of their sacrifices, I am here today. So family support till the end is very much important.
हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू ग्रेजुएट स्पीक्स 2.0, जहां हम उन डॉक्टर्स की जर्नीज एक्सप्लोर करते हैं जिन्होंने अपने सपनों को रियलिटी में बदला. एकेडमिक्स पर ही नहीं बल्कि कंटेंट क्रिएशन पे भी फोकस किया. वो भी कोविड बैच का ही पार्ट रह चुकी है, जब मेडिकल एजुकेशन स्टार्ट करना ही एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज था. और आज उन्होंने FMG स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर किया है विद एन इम्प्रेसिव स्कोर ऑफ 182. तो आज हम उनसे जानेंगे उनकी मेडिकल जर्नी, कंटेंट क्रिएशन, इंस्पिरेशन और फ्यूचर प्लान्स के बारे में. प्लीज वेलकम आवर गेस्ट डॉक्टर नीति उदय सुवर्णा. हेलो डॉक्टर नीति.
हेलो.
सो आपका डॉक्टर बनना एक चाइल्डहुड ड्रीम था या कुछ प्लान था?
एक्चुअली डॉक्टर बनना मेरा चाइल्डहुड ड्रीम नहीं था. It was like my first dream always was to become an Air Force officer, but my parents, due to some reasons, उन्होंने मुझे मना किया कि ठीक है. So I actually had to agree to not go with that dream. But then it was my nanny's dream, Mrs. Netravati, that she wished that someone from a family must become a gynecologist, which is still a dream. But I'm trying to complete it, and yes. I'm very happy and very satisfied to choose this as my career. So yes, it was not my childhood dream, but I'm really proud that I've chosen this.
That's really nice thing. And what grew your interest in content creation and blog writing?
From childhood, I'm a very creative person. I like to do things differently. Like I cannot sit in a single place and do the same thing again and again. I need to do it. I actually love to do things differently and make it more good. So yes, creativity. I can actually showcase my creativity in content creation, and maybe this can help me grow in my career as well. So it is just my interest towards it.
So I have seen your Instagram handle as well, and I have seen your content creation and your new ideas you post. So how did you balance this with your MBBS preparation journey?
So honestly, I'll be really true about it. Initially, it was really tough to actually balance my MBBS studies with the content creation. But gradually, I developed interest towards both of it, and now it is a responsibility to handle both. So now I can manage both of them very nicely. And yes, now it does not feel the same way as I used to feel before.
How did you get connected to Dr. Amit sir through Future Doctors Education Services?
Actually, one of my senior, who was my senior from school, had known Amit sir. So, with his influence, I got the contact of Amit sir, and it really helped me to pursue my MBBS degree. And then I told this about this to my parents, and then we came to Nashik. We met Amit sir, and he helped us so much. Like today, wherever I am, I will like to take this opportunity and really thank him to actually I mean, wherever I am today, it is all because of the Almighty first of all. But Dr. Amit sir also has played an important role in my career, and I'm really thankful to him.
So how have your experience been with FDS throughout the journey?
It was really very helpful. Like Amit sir was just one call away from us. Any problem, anything, be it educational or something else, like Amit sir was always there with us. And also he guided us a lot about our education also to clear the FMG examination, which was very helpful.
And what was your parents' reaction
About
while leaving you on the airport?
Actually, my parents initially felt that it might be easy, but after when I came back after 1 year, they felt that it was like it is going to be a little harder for the 5 years. But gradually, they understood that after completing 5 years, I will I will go ahead in my career. So yes, they were sad, but they were really happy from within that their daughter is pursuing something. So they are also happy about it and very proud about
So
it.
you had all the emotional support from your family.
Yes, very much. Like wherever I am today, they have supported me from the beginning. Yes, for the Air Force, as I mentioned initially, they did not allow me to do so, but I'm happy now because they have supported me from the starting till the end, and their contribution is very much like because of their sacrifices, I'm here today. Yes, it took my hard work also, but I feel their sacrifices is way more important than what I have done. Because if they were not there, I could not achieve what I've achieved today. And I'm really very thankful to my parents. Yeah.
What strategies would you like to share for FMG preparation?
I would actually suggest three important things which I followed in my FMG journey, which will be very important. Like the first thing would be try not to compare yourselves with others, because what it does eventually is it breaks your self confidence, which is not negotiable in this important journey, not at all. The second thing would be revise. Like you must revise a single content multiple times. So this will bring you more confidence and you'll know how to solve the MCQs right way. And the third thing would be stick to a single resource, because I have seen many people studying from different resources, and what it brings is confusion. So we must not do that, we must avoid it. So this would be my three major and important steps that the FMG, the future aspirants, should follow.
Okay. And what was your and your family's reaction when you got the result?
I was like the FMG examination was unpredictable for me. I didn't know how much I'm gonna score, and so were so were my parents. But when the results came out, they were so proud of myself because they knew somewhere that I'm gonna pass it, but they were also scared that like will she be able to. But when I passed the examination, the all 5 years sacrifices which they had made, the hard work they had done to bring me up till here, everything paid off. So they were really very happy about it.
Such a proud moment.
Yeah, definitely.
So what was that one moment that made you feel FDS is trustworthy?
So actually, when I came to Nashik's office, the Future Doctor Education Services, I met Amit sir, and when I met him, the confidence in his words actually uh, made such a great impact, not only to me, to my parents and my Masi as well, who accompanied us. So, like the impact which sir created, and till the end of my fifth year, and also after passing my FMG examination, he's still there to support us, and this means a lot to me. So yes, this is the one main thing of FDA services, that whenever you need them, they'll always be there. They might take some time, but you know that they are somewhere, they are there. Like you're not afraid. You know, if you're stuck in some problem, then they will be there to to actually support you and to actually help you to come out from it.
And how would you describe the importance of family support in overall journey?
Family support, I feel, is very important, because what happens is when you go to abroad, there are many challenges you face, but one of the most important challenge and the most difficult one would be the emotional sacrifices that you make and the situations you face, because when you're back at your home, you never face such situations, but after you go to abroad, you face such emotional situations, and at that time family support is very important, which will bring you out from it, and you can actually concentrate towards your studies and your curriculum. So family support till the end is very much important. My parents, of course, my mom and dad, but also I would like to mention my Masi, that is my mom's elder sister, Mrs. Pavitra Kotian. She also has helped me from the beginning of my process of MBBS, and I would like to thank her for this through your podcast.
Did you have to go through quarantine when you reached the university, and what was your experience that time?
Yes, I and my batchmates went through quarantine over there, and you'll not believe, but Amit sir was there at that time also with us. Like we, like Amit sir arranged some medications for us, and everything like what was needed at that time. So being in quarantine also felt very easy because of his support. If we were alone, then it might be harder, but because he was there with us, it felt like someone is there, it is our home, it's like we could get that homely feeling from him. So it was all easy. But if in case sir was not there, then it would have been an hustle for us.
Okay. And now, when you have a prefix of Doctor B
Mhm.
before your name, how do you feel?
This feeling cannot be described. Like I have no words for this, but I feel surreal, I feel accomplished, I feel privileged, and I feel proud of myself. Because in this journey of my FMG, it is really hard to actually crack this exam in the very first attempt. But I scored 182 marks in my first attempt, and I'm really proud of myself, and I would like to dedicate all my success to the Almighty.
So, Dr. Neeti, what advice will you give to the coming generation or students who are preparing for the MBBS and NEET examination?
Like in terms of advice, I feel one thing: train your brain, because it is very important. If you tell your brain that you're going to pass this exam, you will definitely pass it. But if you're not telling that, maybe you'll not crack the exam. So always have that mindset that you're going to do it, and believe in yourself, because this is very important to have trust in your process and to actually believe in yourself that you're going to crack the exam. Most people always, because this journey is very hampering, they get lost. But you need to come back stronger towards it. So yes, this would be my advice to everyone. And with this, I would also like to tell that I am also joining my test card, which is also from the Future Doctor Education Services, and the updates will also be shared on my Instagram handle, that is the Niti Suvarna. So you can go follow me and check the updates regarding the same. Yeah.
So, as you know, this generation faces a lot of problems with stress management issues and anxiety issues.
Right.
So, didn't you face anything like that?
So, when I initially went to the abroad university, the pattern of study over there is really different from the Indian education. Like, there will be vivas daily, and like there will be 2 to 3 subjects daily, and in all the 2 to 3 subjects, there will be vivas. So, you need to have that practical conversation ready. So, initially, I faced a lot of anxiety issues and everything, but I overcame it by actually doing it. Even if I get anxiety or if I feel depressed, it is okay. The only thing which mattered to me was to show up, was to not give up. So this mindset changed my belief. Yes, I'm someone who actually gets anxious, and today before coming to this podcast, yes, I was really very anxious. But it is what it is, right? If you believe in yourself, if you know you're going to do it, you'll end up doing it. But if you doubt yourself, you'll land nowhere. So yes, uh, this is.
So, many Indian parents think that you don't get vegetarian meals there when you go abroad, or there is only non veg meals provided. So, is it a myth or a fact?
It is a myth, I believe, because there were very like my vegetarian friends who actually came with me. They were in my batch, and they were provided with vegetarian food. So the taste would be different, and obviously you cannot expect that you'll get the food that you get in India, which is home cooked. You'll never get it anywhere in this world. So you need to adjust. If you have so much big dreams, then you need to adjust with small things, and it is okay. Like we did it, and I feel everyone can do it. That's not a big problem. Like you will be provided with good food, and it is all healthy over there. No issues with that.
So, Dr. Neeti, would you like to share any memory when you realize that your friends play an important role in MBBS journey?
Definitely. Like when your parents are not there, they're away, your friends really play a very important role. So there were two of my friends. Their name was Samriddhi and Aishwarya. I would like to mention them because they played really very important role in my journey. Because more than my friends, they were like my sisters. We had arguments, but at the end, I knew that they were there with me to take care of me anytime if I was ill or something like that. And that stood up till now. And even after passing the FM, and we three passed our FMG in the very first attempt. So we are also proud of that. And yes, throughout this journey, they helped me in various ways possible, and I really recognize it.
So many parents have this concern regarding the safety of their daughters before sending them to abroad. So what was your experience?
So because I went through FDS, that is Future Doctor Education Services, my parents were really secured about it because they knew someone had my back. Like regarding the hostels, the safety was very good for girls. Like we were around 20 to 30 staying in the hostel, in the girls' hostel, and the security was really good. After a certain time, the girls were not allowed to come, so we had to go back to the hostel at a specific time, so which was good for our safety. And regarding anything else, I didn't feel any harm in the country as well, because I didn't face any security issues. And people feel when they send their children abroad, but if you send them through a proper consultancy and everything, they will take care about it. So there's no concern regarding the safety, and my parents were really secured about it.
Okay, and did you face any challenges throughout?
From starting from the beginning, I would say challenges would be in different types. Like you could say challenges in the studies, challenges in the curriculum, or in the situations that you face in your hostels and everything. Everything was challenging, but like it endlessly depends upon how you tackle it, how you keep your mind so stable that okay, you're going to do it, and everything passes. Like you just need to wait, and like you actually need to wait for your time to come, and then you pass the situation and you face the challenge and you overcome it. So this was the beauty of my journey to abroad.
So thank you so much, Dr. Neeti, for
Thank
joining
you
us
very
for
much.
Graduate Speaks 2.0.
Thank you very much for giving me a chance to come here and to express myself.
Thank you so much, and here is a token of appreciation from FDS.
Thank you very much.